Kevin Stefanski talked today about Tretter being out and filling that void along the offensive line.
Yeah, going to work through it, Tom. Like you mentioned, James Hudson comes back, so he will be available to us. See how Jed does when he comes off the list, potentially. Nick Harris obviously has to be ready to go if JC can't go. So moving parts, but that's the name of the game. Any of our guys that are unavailable, I'm very disappointed for them. And like we've talked about, whether it's an injury or COVID, JC is a big part of what we do. He obviously playing that center position. You're in the thick of it. You're making calls. You're doing so much from a mental aspect of working with the quarterback. So he's somebody that you don't just replace. But I think Nick Harris is definitely up to the task, and I think we have a bunch of smart guys along that front to help him.
Let's welcome in Jeff Risdon from BrownsWire.com. And Jeff, how big of a loss is J.C. Tretter? When I look at that, I just kind of go, that's going to hurt an awful lot. That's the middle of that line. You put Bitonio and Wyatt Teller on either side of them, and you got a really strong interior line. And now there's a lot of places and gaps that have to be filled.
Yeah, and the way that Kevin Stefanski phrased it was so matter-of-fact that, we're losing our starting center. Just adds to the litany of things that we've had to deal with in Cleveland over the last few weeks with the COVID and the injuries. They are, if any team is prepared to handle more COVID attrition, it is the Browns. But losing your starting center, and the context of losing it against Green Bay makes it even more difficult. Look, Nick Harris is a solid young player. He's not J.C. Tretter's level yet. We got to hope that he plays a very good game. That's a team that brings a different sort of look than what the Browns typically see during the season. They're a 3-4 team that is really aggressive with their inside linebackers. You got to have a smart, prepared center ready to go against that. Devondre Campbell, one of their inside linebackers, is one of the best linebackers in the league right now. And he's very good against the run. He can get out in the pass. He can pass rush if they need him to. They do a lot of gimmicks with their front line. This is not a week where you need to have your veterans out on the offensive line. So it's definitely a big loss. I do like Nick Harris. I like his potential. I hope that works out for him. But, yeah, this is one that like you said, it stings not having your starting center going into this one, for sure.